Alright, hey YouTube, Saucy here, back with another video, and today, sticking with Hot Wheels, but going back to our basically regular scheduled programming of the 164 stuff. Just a bunch of mostly newer premium releases, other than one is a bit of an older one, but whatever. Just stuff's in the way, gotta get them open. So we'll just go ahead, get right into it. First up, new casting for 2025, the 79 Dodge Ram van from the movie Old School. In the, what was it Retro Entertainment still, or did it go to Entertainment? Was it called Entertainment by that time? But they, anyway, in the fancier packaging of the line, they had used the 77 Dodge van as kind of a homage to the one in the movie. Obviously, it wasn't exactly like in the movie. No push bar, didn't have the full rake like that or side pipes and whatever. But for 2025 in the pop culture line, we do get brand new casting for this one. And this one, I know Hot Wheels didn't necessarily reveal it. I think when One Stop, I think that was really the first time this one like popped up as like a, hey, this is coming out. This is like when One Stop's put their pictures up for all their pre-order stuff and all that. I think that's when this one was basically first revealed. And it is awesome casting. It has that old school style rake, movie name, and so it's got this old school style rake, got the side pipes, it's a panel van, got the teardrop window, all of that jazz, and I love this casting. I really hope they use it outside of pop culture. That is the one downside to these panel vehicles. They kind of get pigeonholed into that series. I'm hoping we'll see it in like Boulevard or something, car culture or something, because it would be a real shame to only get this one done in this black, because it is awesome. Might end up being one of my favorite diecast releases of the year. Absolutely love that one. All right, next, also pop culture, we got the 92 Wrangler Sahara. I don't know, it is 2025 copyright, so this is not the casting that, or at least directly anyway. Once we get it open, it's not. I don't think it's the same casting as what got used in the ID line several years ago, because there was a Jeep in that casting, or in that series, which I don't think we've seen used since. I would need to really look that up. I don't think we have seen it. I think the ID release is the only release of that Jeep. So I want to say this one might be based on it. If I was smart, I would have pulled my case of IDs out so I could compare it. But of course I didn't. But this is it's a nice Jeep Wrangler casting. I mean, and the nice thing about it is it doesn't necessarily have it tied specifically to Jurassic Park. At least I don't think so. So we could theoretically probably see this in Car Culture or Boulevard or whatever. So that will be really nice. And hopefully we do see it again. All right, next up, also from pop culture for this year, we got the cool Combi for Mattel 80th anniversary. I was actually very surprised to see this one in stores. The Combi is a very popular casting, and these go quick. So, nothing too much on this one, just another kind of cute little cool Combi. All right, next up, we got Boulevard. We got the 91 M5. So most of these, the Boulevard, oh no. So this set of Boulevard, this is the newer set. Wait, which sets do I have here? Oh, this is the older. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me grab these ones. So this set I actually found mostly in stores. I found these three in the store. With the BMW, these were long gone by the time I ever made it to a store. So I got this from our buddy Jay. Same, if you watch Champion TJK, the same Jay. He's helped me out on some stuff lately. So, dude, I really appreciate it. And so here we go with the 91 M5. So I think this was the second release of this casting. The first one was black and Fast and Furious, I am pretty sure. So just another nice release of it. Just another time. No, it's just my only real gripe with it. Like a lot of my main gripes with Hot Wheels will be is the tinted windows, which are so damn dark you can't freaking see the interior, and I absolutely hate that. So Hot Wheels, seriously, stop doing that. It is annoying. But anyway, really nice casting. So say there, bond burner, nice. Oh, bond. All right, now for the three that I did find in store, I still don't have the 935. But for here, we got the Alfa Romeo GT V6 3.0. So I think, is this based on an actual race livery? I think it is, but I'm not totally certain. So being Boulevard, and if you really look closely, you can tell it's got that grainy look in the deco, which obviously annoying as hell, but surprisingly isn't horrible on this one. Because usually against white, that grainy look is terrible. But with the green against the white is not too bad. You can really see it in that B-pillar there. But otherwise, it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not great. Don't get me wrong. It ain't far from perfect. Really. But it's not horrible. So, yeah. It's alright. Alright, and next up, we got the Lancia Delta Integrale. I think I said that right. Or Lancia. I think it's Lancia. I think that's the right way to say it. So, just a stock version or factory version for the Boulevard line, just done up in red, of this really cool, basically rally vehicle. I mean, I know here it doesn't look like much, but look the car up. Very fun rally car. Excuse me. All right, next up, we got Toyota Land Cruiser FJ43 in this dark, kind of like a mustard yellow. I think this is the second release of the casting. First one was red in a Fast and Furious mix last year. Yeah, last year. Here's is yellow. Okay. So, just a nice version of the casting. Nothing overly special. Nothing necessarily right home about, but it is just a really nice one to have in the collection. Although it would be nice to have taillights. A little detail on the back there would have been nice. Alright. So next up, the next Boulevard set after that, this one I got from I also got these ones from Jay. So let's go ahead and open up the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7 first. Done up in black and red. And here's that one. Actually, Meyers has he's got the mini GT ones of this. I might get one just to do a side-by-side picture, because why the hell not? Is that what it is? Also black and red. So, Yeah, I'll grab that next week. I think, at least as far as me filming this, he'll have the next car culture cases, the one with the Ferrari and stuff, the race day one. So that will be next week's video that I record. All right, next up, we got the Datsun 510 wagon done up in this yellow and black look to be kind of a pairing piece with the 510 sedan that was in the release of the premium display. So let's see, how is it done here? That's kind of annoying. Excuse me, I'm tired. All right. So I actually do not have the 510 sedan from that display set, so I can't compare, but I do believe the yellow is a different shade. So those that are trying to like kind of pair them together, that is a bit of a bummer for sure, with the yellow not being matching. But yeah, another 510 wagon. All right, next up, we got the 69 Boss 302 Mustang. So this casting is the one that had debuted in, well, technically, in 2011, Vintage Racing is 1970, but then they redid the front end for I think they might have redid a little bit on the back end too. No, actually, I don't think they did. I think they kept the back end the same. They redid the nose to be a 69 for the 2012 Racing Series. And all the retail premium releases of this casting since then have been of the 69. It seems the 70 nose has been, I don't want to say this, basically been relegated to a RLC casting from now on. Because I think the only releases of the 70 nose outside of those first two in Vintage Racing are the four versions done for RLC. So you have the blue one that is like a $200 car now. Then you had the orange membership one, the pink party car, the pink party one with the Neos, and the yellowish gold one that came out last year. And those that know their Hot Wheels lines will see that this one was actually kind of similar to a mainline release of the 69 Mustang back in what year was that? 2016, maybe. There's just the regular version, then there's a supercharger on it. The supercharger on it, I hate the color of it because it basically looks brown. I just don't like it. But the tooling of that casting is completely different. It's a different tooling, pretty much completely because they redid the tail because they had to redo the body so they didn't have the separate wing. So they among doing that tooling change, they also redid the taillights to be more akin to the actual 69 Mustang, because the 69 the taillights are basically protruded out, whereas the 70 they are recessed in. So yeah, there's that one. All right, next up we got the Bugatti Sharon, just basically in all black. And I have seen this mix locally. I actually ended up picking up one of the Mustangs already before I got these from Jay, as well as that thing is everywhere. I kind of wish they didn't bump their prices on Boulevard already, because honestly I'd be picking up a crap load of those, but I'll get to that in a minute. So first up, we'll look at this Sharon. Bugatti Sharon. The only main problem I have with this one is the black paint seems to be really thick. I mean really thick. It's usually that grill. It's either usually more pronounced, or on the blue one they had a little more. The deco was a little more pronounced for the premium line. It's basically, it's just the casting. I think pretty sure it debuted in the basic line. Then they just tooled up a metal base for it. Maybe they always had it developed as a metal base use. Because the way it was explained to us before, excuse me, if a tooling for retail, if the tool, like the piece itself was tooled for metal, it can be used for plastic. If it was tooled specifically for plastic, they cannot use it for metal. So that's why, so I don't know if, like, say these two, like when they first developed the castings, I don't know if the bases for them, the toolings for the bases, were planned to be used as with a metal base, or if they had to make a completely different tooling for that. I'm not totally sure on that. So at least that is how it has been explained to us before by the Hot Wheels team. So whether or not that's still true, I am not totally certain, but it would not surprise me if things have not changed. All right, so next up, lastly from that Boulevard mix, we got the Meyers MX, the second release of this casting. The one last year, I absolutely love that casting, and that release was really cool, and this one is no different. I love this stupid little thing. Seriously, I just love the way they did this casting. Such a fun little car. And let me think here. Is that? I wonder if we could actually maybe get this in basic as well. I have to really look it over. Cause I'm probably gonna try to get a few more of these. Not sure where. I really don't want to spend Boulevard prices at Walmart right now on them. But some dealers I could probably get them for a little cheaper, because easily the least desirable casting in the mix. I swear I have one of the local owners, one I just hit earlier tonight. I swear they probably got 6 cases, and all 12 of these are still hanging there. But I love this casting. Love this casting. Such a cool casting. Am I lame? Probably. I don't care. I love this damn thing. Alright, so next up we got, throwing it back a bit. This is what, 2011? 2017. Much older than I thought. The 41 Ford Fairmont Pop Culture. Oh yeah, I should have known. 2018 release right there. After Nestle Crunch, basically like a sponsored stocker. So, those that don't know, this casting, and the reason why it kind of looks weird like this is it's basically a very old tooling design. Yeah, as you can see right there, copyright 81 and 2012. So it came out 81, 82. It was the front run in Fairmont. And I think there was also a release called the Race Ace. That one's actually pretty scarce. The front run in Fairmont, there's a few of them because it was done over a few years in like basically different shades of red. Same deco, but the red was different. Metallic enamel. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, front run Fairmont, used sometimes Race Ace. And there was a few releases early 80s, and the last release before it basically disappeared was in a Stolen Go set in blue. I think the tooling went to China. I think that's where it ended up, because like a lot of those castings at that time, the late 80s, early 90s ones, they kind of ended up in China and then disappeared. I think they just got to a point where they were just too worn out to be usable. And then you had that Lost Cars of China, 2 cars that came out in, like, I think 2001, sold in the Hollywood collector site, the Blazer and the Hopper, but yeah. Anyway, from Fairmont, Nestle Crunch. I really like this casting. They need to use it. In my opinion, they need to use it a lot more than they have. It was in the hot one, Ultra Hots last year, earlier this year, whatever it was, but yeah, they gotta use that casting more. I actually might go buy a handful of them at Target because I think there's still a bunch hanging locally. All right, so we got Fast and Furious mix. This is an earlier mix from this year, and the only 2 from this mix that I needed: the Charger and the Impala. Look at the Charger first. This is Hellcat. I think it's technically the wide body. This came out. The casting debuted in black and Fast and Furious. I think that last mix, before they took a year off of the Fast and Furious specific series. Yeah, debuted in black there, and now we get one in gray. So, yeah. And then lastly, we got the 66 Impala. So this one, the casting itself debuted in Fast and Furious, the Silver Series line in 2024. Okay. And it actually debuted with a metal base. Unfortunately, being part of Basic, we just don't get any effing detail on the base anymore. Whereas, like, this one, it debuted as a premium back in 2020. So, we actually got detail on that one. This one being a premium debut, we get a little bit of detail. Like, this is all I want. I want a little engine, transmission, drivetrain, or drive shaft, and the rear axle. And maybe a little bit of suspension stuff. Like, that's all I want. Whereas, no, that one's got some stuff on it. That one, this one, for instance, this was also a basic debut. And you can see it's just got that very little detail. Just a little engine detail here, or whatever, but it's annoying because, like, this one, this would be, especially with it being like that higher stance look to it, they should have got something. I hate that they cheapened out than that. I'm sure, I think it got explained a little bit ago. I think part of it is timing. It sounds like with the basic stuff, the basic line stuff, they are on quite tight schedules for all, like, the new toolings and stuff like that. A little tighter than premium. And so they've started to kind of just go lax on the base details. In a way, I don't hate the idea of that. Excuse me. Partially because, I mean, these things are sitting there and you don't see anything on the base anyway. So whatever, but still, I want a little bit of details on there, man. That doesn't take away from how good this thing looks otherwise. I mean, sitting there, awesome looking casting. It's got that. It honestly, it feels like mid-late 2000s Hot Wheels muscle casting with the wheels a little bit inset like this, but still with the rake. I really like that. Because I think, I haven't seen the movie that this one was in. Fast X, I think. Actually, cards right here. Yeah, Fast X. So I haven't seen the movie it's in, so I don't know how much of a rake the real one has. But this one's got a really good rake to it. So, very fitting. Like I said, I just wish it had some details. Alright, everyone. That will do it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good one.